European leaders are calling on China to provide details on how it plans to curb its greenhouse gas emissions, saying that Beijing's status as the world's largest polluter gives it a special responsibility to combat global warming. The EU pressure comes ahead of this month's global warming conference in Copenhagen. Announcements from both China and the US have added significant weight toward achieving a global agreement at the summit, even though most experts think the conference is unlikely to produce a binding deal. China has promised to nearly halve the ratio of pollution to GDP over the next decade. That pledge came just days after President Barack Obama promised that the U.S. would lay out plans in Copenhagen to substantially cut its own greenhouse gas emissions. The Chinese mainland's official H1N1 flu death toll has tripled in the past 2 weeks after the government ordered more accurate reporting of fatalities amid suspicions of a cover-up. The health ministry has said the number of people reported killed by the influenza virus jumped to 178 at the weekend, up from a previously reported nationwide tally of 53. H1N1 influenza cases accounted for nearly 90% of all flu cases reported in the Chinese mainland last week, almost 3 percentage points higher than the figure of the previous week. China's anti-drug police say they have smashed the largest drug-making case in the country. Police say they have rounded up 5 drug-making gangs, detaining 85 suspects. 8 drug factories have been shut down and nearly 50 tons of raw materials confiscated, including amphetamines. Police also seized nearly $3 million, confiscated 10 apartments, 21 vehicles, 3 pistols, and 10 bullets. Beijing is planning to raise the price of water by nearly 25% to discourage residents from wasting water and to ease shortages. The price of water from residential use will rise from the equivalent of 54 cents to 67 cents. That's according to a proposed plan by the Beijing government. China's capital, a city of 17 million, has been grappling with water shortage over recent years. The city has been plagued by droughts in 9 consecutive years in the past decade. Government data shows that the per capita water availability is only 300 cubic meters, far less than the internationally recognized warning line of 1,000 cubic meters. China's manufacturing sustained rapid growth in November, shored up by the country's strengthened economy and improved profit margins among producers. That's according to a pair of definitive indexes released earlier this week. An index produced for HSBC Bank based on a poll of purchasing executives in manufacturing hit a record high of 55.7 in November, while a parallel official index was unchanged at an 18-month peak of 55.2. Analysts say the surveys show that China's economy has largely recovered from the global downturn thanks to aggressive pro-growth measures adopted a year ago. 2 46-year-old officials have become China's youngest provincial-level Communist Party chiefs as the country announced major leadership reshuffles ahead of the 18th Party Congress in 2012. Former Hebei Governor Hu Chunhua took the party chief post in the Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. Ex-Minister of Agriculture Sun Chengcai becomes party chief in northeastern Jilin province. Wang Yukai, a professor with the National School of Administration, said it was rare in the past for such younger officials to be named provincial-level party chiefs. And he pointed out this would give them better promotion prospects when the CPC holds its 18th plenary congress in 3 years' time. And that's the BOM headlines for now, but we'll be back with more news after this.